There are only two types of men: men with experience and men without experience.
This is just okay. Now, Drew, how on earth did you travel all this time without a passport?
No, back then it was recording.
Yeah, because this is an interesting story.
Okay. When I was in the United States, we're talking about maybe 2007. There was just no work. Wasn't nothing, and I got tired of trying. I said, "To hell with this." Put this backpack on. I had a guitar, and I just started hitting the road. First place I think I went was from South Carolina. I was there because I used to drive taxi there, Charleston. And then I quit and just kind of walked off. And I went to Florida. No, I went to Florida for a little bit and I got a job there. I did. I wasn't homeless yet. I was washing cars there in Orlando. Shiner's Car Wash. And then I went back to South Carolina. And I think that's when I gave up. I was just like, fuck it, got on the road.
Well, I got a question for you. Okay, now you got the 7-year-old daughter that's in Mexico, right? Okay, and you were in Nicaragua teaching. Okay, English. Okay, here's the question. Why is it that every time when I talk to some guy that's got a backpack on, I'm not being judgmental, whatever, and I say to the guy, hey man, why are you in the United States when you can just go right over there to Mexico and you can live in a shelter rather than be out on the street? Now you live in Mexico, right?
No.
But you have shelter in Mexico, right?
I go there.
You have shelter.
Yeah. I got my cousin, he lives over there. He's wanted.
But you got shelter here, right? No, you got
Sorts.
shelter
I
in
made
Mexico.
one. Not like a home, but I made a shelter.
But I'm saying you got shelter in Mexico.
It's not mine, it's my cousin.
But you got shelter.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my question.
I can go there and visit.
Why don't these guys... Oh, hold on, look. This is what I'm explaining to the guys. Look, you go out, put a cup out. Put a cup out, put a sign out, and you can make enough money in the United States that you can live well in Mexico. And what I don't understand is why are they so unwilling to do that?
Because you really can't here.
But you can over there. You get money here and go over there.
If you're over there and you're from over there,
Yeah.
like you're born over there,
Yeah.
well then, I get
Panhandle over here.
Right. I know what you're saying. I'm going to get back to that. But what I'm saying is, if you're born over there and you're doing that, then okay, people do that. So that's that. But if they're going to manipulate the currency by coming over here and doing that, that's when the people, after a while, from over there that cross over here and see you doing that, eventually they're going to put a stop to you somehow. They're going to hate on you. Yeah, ain't nothing for free. You got to work for everything in this world.
So is this thing still recording? Because this is interesting. Is that white light it's showing?
Yeah.
Good. So okay, so I can't just like put a cup out over here and then live over there.
No, after a while they're going to hate on you. After a while they may not catch you for a certain amount of time. But after a while people talk. This is connected to there. Same people here have family over there and vice versa. And people go back and forth all the time. This is all one big community here. You would at least have to be 100 miles north or 100 miles south before there's a disconnect, geographically and community-wise. I mean, it's the same thing where I'm from. I'm in Detroit. I'm connected with the community, whether I want to be or not, voluntarily or involuntarily. There's a reason why I have a certain job there. If I ever worked in a deli, or if I've ever worked washing cars, it's because more or less I knew somebody. Now, maybe I didn't know somebody directly that worked there. But somebody else kind of saw me around or know that I'm a local homeboy, and they're just like, yeah, he all right.
Well, so, okay, your Spanish is excellent. How did you get...
I don't know if it's excellent.
No, it's excellent. How did you get such good Spanish? What'd you do?
Lots of girls. I guess. I would say my kid's mom is pretty smart. She's a sharp girl. No, she doesn't know any English really, but I think she would be qualified to teach Spanish. You know, because she doesn't speak a form of Spanish. She knows the difference between slang and proper Spanish. Like you and I will know the difference between slang English and proper English.
Say this in Spanish, and I'm gonna let you get out of here till I'll meet you next time. Say, it is easier